Welcome to Quest for 1,000 Songs, week 111. 111 straight weeks of writing 2 brand new songs and just slapping them up here and then learning a cover I've never played before. We're a little late this week, but better late than never. We'll have another episode in a couple days. But let's get started here, direct from the Rob Lincoln on Presidential Library. We have our first song, which is in a dropped D tuning. The song's called From the Gated Garden. It's in drop D. It snuck out of the garden and slithered toward the end of time. The gates were never closed tight, and it traveled in a crooked line. I heard it was looking to find me. It smiled a little smirky smile. Its forked tongue touched the golden mile. Was there a hiss upon your lawn? Did it bite into the dying fawn? I heard it was looking to find you. From the gated garden, something silent has gone on. From the gated garden, what manner there released its spawn? I heard it was looking for a song. Don't you try to hide beneath the roof. It's coming with the damning proof. Don't try to lie to save your soul. You'll see it slither from the hole. I heard it's just a part of me and you. From the gated garden, something silent has gone on. From the gated garden, the manner there released its spawn. I heard it's looking for a song. There'll be no autumn for a song, big or small, big or small. But what if you were never there? Doesn't really seem quite fair. And what if you are quite unread and know no prayer to kneel like that? I heard it might not even be true. I heard it might not even be true. Garden. Fumigated Garden may need a little bit of tweaks. For some reason, as I was singing it, it reminded me a little bit of that, just a little bit of that David Crosby song on Younger Than Yesterday. It always annoyed the hell out of me for its dissonances. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. If you do, put it in the comments. But that wasn't intentional. Anyhow, now for something completely different. So this show will get less pretentious as it goes on. This one's about half as pretentious, and the last song is not at all pretentious. So, anyhow, this song, I think I'm going to call To Ask Why. I could call it For Simplicity's Sake. For simplicity's sake, maybe I'll call it To Ask Why. For simplicity's sake, I never am awake. I close my eyes to believe in lies. For simplicity's sake, I never try to take. I never live to make. Just so afraid to ask why. To ask why. For simplicity's sake, I play the fool, the rake, following the golden rule, willing to become a tool. For simplicity's sake, I walk so blind each step, never place a bet, just so afraid to ask why. To ask why. Don't wanna have to think too hard. Never wanna be the one caught off guard. For simplicity's sake, I'm so compliant. Don't need to be reliant. Just so afraid to ask why. To ask why. To ask why. To ask why. For simplicity's sake. For simplicity's sake. For simplicity's sake. Kind of a simple song. Anyhow, well, I promise you the cover is going to be of a very, very different nature, because we're covering David Seville, otherwise known as the creator of the Chipmunks. So if you're a regular viewer of this series, you've heard the name Richard Hunt more than once or twice. He always suggests really interesting covers and interesting artists to be inspired by. He may have topped himself this time. I think this one beats the 1910 Fruit Gum Company, which he did a while back. I had to write in their style. Well, this one I'm covering a song by the Chipmunks. Now, the Chipmunks were actually David Seville, who had another name that was his real name that I don't recall at the moment. You can look him up on Wikipedia and find out. I think his first name was Ross. Anyhow, David Seville discovered that if he sped up his voice, he could do all sorts of fun things. And his big hit before the Chipmunks was this one. It was #1 in 1958, called The Witch Doctor. I remember liking it as a kid. Never thought I'd get to play it. This was a #1 hit in 1958. #1. The Witch Doctor. I remember hearing it as a little kid, and I liked it a lot. Never thought I'd ever play this song, and it's a lot harder than I thought. Kind of has almost a rockabilly feel to it when you take away the novelty. I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. I told the witch doctor you didn't love me too. And then the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He said, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla-ding-dang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla-ding-dang. Ooh-ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla-ding-dang. Ooh-ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla-ding-dang. I told the witch doctor you didn't love me true. I told the witch doctor you didn't love me nice. And then the witch doctor, he gave me this advice. He said, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla-ding-dang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, and walla-ding-dang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla-ding-dang. You've been keeping love from me just like you were a miser. And I'll admit I wasn't very smart. So I went out and found a guy that's so much wiser. And he taught me the way to win your heart. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to say. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to do. I know that you'll be mine when I say this to you. Oh baby, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla-ding-dang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, and walla-ding-dang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla-ding-dang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, and walla-ding-dang. Now you've been keeping love for me just like you were a miser. And I'll admit I wasn't very smart. So I went out to find myself a guy who's so much wiser. And he taught me the way to win your heart, win your heart. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to say. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to do. I know that you'll be mine when I say this to you. Oh baby, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla-ding-dang. 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 Harder song than I realized. Anyhow, you don't hear that every day being covered. The Witch Doctor by David Seville, otherwise known as Ross, somebody with a long name. Look him up on Wikipedia. A genius in his own right. Definitely came up with a really good idea. Entertained a hell of a lot of people over the years. But he came out with that one before the Chipmunks, I believe. I think that was his first experiment with the sped up voices. I didn't get to speed up my voice, though, so I was a little rough on it. I used to be able to sing much higher. Anyhow, maybe you enjoyed that. If you didn't, maybe you enjoyed one of the more somber songs that I somehow came out of my subconscious. And hopefully in a couple days, we'll have another 3 songs. Might be better. You never know. You never know what's going to come up. Every week it's different. Thank you so much for listening. Please like if you liked anything here, and please subscribe if you haven't yet already. Thanks so much for coming by. The Quest for 1,000 Songs, episode 111.